The mind, body, and spirit unite. Divas, if you've been watching my YouTube videos this week, the mind, body, and spirit has like kept coming up so much. So if that's resonated with you at any point, lock in. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and I appreciate you for stopping by. If you vibe with me, the reading resonates with you in any way, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Ooh, okay, let me move on. It feels like for some of you, like your inner child could be very significant, or like babying your inner child, like, yeah, that's what I'm hearing, is that there's something here about like your inner child is really asking to be babied, to be nurtured, to be held. Let's see. We have the Ace of Wands. For some of you, there may be a sense of like restlessness and like an overactive mind. Like a lot of overthinking, doubting, spiraling. Yeah, like there's, like you've been doubting your ability to really build a life for yourself, or whatever it is that you've been working towards. That'll be different for every person in this collective. But there's something here, like you just feel like something's like just out of reach. There's something here about indecisiveness, feeling like you can make the wrong choice, or like there's a wrong option, 222 on the time. And we have the Nine of Cups, so there's like this wishful, this is really beautiful actually, because like it's, the universe is coming forward, spirit, source, whatever you connect with is coming forward through this message to be like, hey, there's like an acknowledgement of what you're in the midst of, but spirit is asking you to ask for help, like to be clear about what it is that you want. Yeah. Use your discernment, take what resonates. But there's something here about like the universe is quite literally being like, hey, there is no wrong choice, there's no wrong option. And again, this is for like specific collective, so don't force anything to fit. But there's something like go all in. Like there's something about going all in. King of Pentacles. This is a time to really pour into yourself and whatever this is that you're creating. And it's okay to have help along the way. It's okay to need support along the way. Okay. I mean, like crickets. So like, it requires bravery, like it requires strength, like this leap of faith. Like there's something here about being courageous, and like this, like it feels like source is saying like, hey, there's like this understanding of like truly how scary this situation is and how much bravery the situation requires. And spirit is saying like, take that, like, there's something here about taking a leap. What are you? Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. and really building upon things, taking the time to like build it up. The whatever it is that you're bringing into reality, like whatever it is that you're wishing for, that you're calling in, that you're deciding to do, like really take your time. Like there's something here about like not rushing through it and treating it as though like you truly believe like this is going to work out, like knowing that it is. Not I'm hoping that this will, but knowing that like with persistence, like this is like it's already forming. There's something that's already like it's coming to you. The color like blues and greens could be very significant for someone. Lagoons, like that word is coming up, lagoons. I'm getting that song by Rihanna, what is it? Only Girl in the World, like specifically the line like, want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. Yeah, there's something here about like lock in on yourself. This is like, there's something here about like you're very, it's like you're aware of your power to a degree. You're aware of who you are to a degree, like who you're becoming, what you're working towards. Like you're very connected in some way. But there's also like some kind of doubts. Yeah, there's also some kind of doubt that this could really all be for you, that this could really all be coming to fruition. Like you're really wondering, like, for part of this collective, maybe you've been even getting like a lot of messages that are serving as confirmations, and things are like, it's like, no, that's for me. That's definitely for me. And like, you're getting a lot of confirmational messages, and maybe they're even quite similar to this, okay? And you keep being affirmed in this, but there's like this resistance or events that are taking place that are making you feel blocked. There's something here about an illusion. I'm hearing that it's also okay to rest your mind, to kind of like step away from consuming. This is beautiful. The King and the Queen of Pentacles. Like this is, I'm hearing like passive and active income and stability. For some of you, there's this feeling of like being ready to run, and Spirit is saying like you don't have to, like you're not running away from something, like you're moving towards something. So this fear, there's something here about fear and flightiness and like, you know, just kind of being like someone that's like being hunted almost, like running through the woods. Like that's what I'm hearing. Like Hunger Games may be very significant for somebody. Maybe someone here does a lot of like strength training. Let's see. You've been preparing, like you've literally been preparing for this moment. You've just, it's just nerve-wracking, right? Like, but you've been building this, like you're really steady. Like there's something here about a steady foundation and being sure of this, like a new venture, a new project, a new endeavor, but like being very intentional about it. Intentional about the building process. Let's see. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords, and sandwiched between that is the Sun reversed, okay? So there's like this feeling of like, okay, like this disconnect between your head and your heart, okay? Or feeling like maybe your inner compass is off. Feeling like maybe there's just a disconnect here. Something about surrender is very important. Surrender to your knowing, surrender to your calling, surrender to like this, the breakthroughs that you're receiving. Someone's crown is very important here. Okay, so going back to the Rihanna song that I was channeling, we now have the Six of Wands. So like the universe wants to make you feel divinely supported. Source is coming through to make a way for you, to allow you to be on stage, to put you in the spotlight, to put you in this space where you are desired. Like I'm seeing like, okay, there's a visual coming through. So we have this card, the Six of Wands, and I'm visualizing the crowd and they're waiting for you. Like they're waiting. Like there's a group of people, there's people, collective, there's a whole world out there like that is waiting on you. Like there's this, like you have what someone is needing. Interesting. And that's going to be different for everybody, of course. Yeah, it's coming on quick. We have the Chariot. It's be ready to go. Be ready to pivot. Be ready to be on the move. Be ready to, there's something here about making like split-second decisions. Like just being able to pivot and like having this inner compass. Gut health keeps coming up. So gut health is very symbolic. There may be a lot of like frustration coming up during this time. And this feeling of like being exhausted, unable to rest, but just kind of wanting to curl up, just being so there's something here about like trying to pause what's going on. For someone here, there's something like there's a narrative loop that keeps coming through, and it's almost like a lot of this fear that you've been experiencing is coming from feeling very like you did something wrong, like you're being punished, like yeah, like there's something you did wrong. We have Temperance here to the Seven of Wands, and it's like there's a lot of things that have needed to be shaken loose, whether that is mentality, literally, like physically, like there's a lot of things that are being removed to make space for this new source of abundance is what I'm hearing. Like And if you guys have followed me for any length of time, like this has been like, it's crazy. Like there's been a specific collective from like August 8th, like the Lionsgate portal, to now that we're just locked in on. And it's just like, this is a group of people or person that decided that they are taking control of their life, and they've been showing up, and life has been boom, 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 smacking them down to try to be like, is like, it's shaping things, right? I'm hearing like where you started is not where you're currently at. And though you once felt fearful about that, there's something peaceful about that. But it's interesting, okay? Because it's like there was a certain fear that you had at the beginning, whatever that means and looks like for whoever. But there's something here that you had at the beginning, or that you were doing at the beginning. And there was a level of fear that was there, okay? And now that level of fear is gone, but there's like a new, like it's been swapped out, okay? Letting go of certain attachments, letting go to certain storylines is very important and necessary for steps in our journey. When we're moving into a new space, there are some things that they cannot come. They do not. However you perceive that, they do not get to come with us, right? And you're being protected, of course, but you've been really protecting of yourself. You've been very protective of your heart space and who you allow to enter in that realm, in that space, in that area. Okay, what is this? Yeah, we have the Empress, like, which is very significant because I've been having weird dreams lately and one of them, there's something here about like crowning, about birth. This feels like birthing pains. This feels like birthing pains, and a lot of illusions have been revealed. A lot of things that were hidden are now so much clearer. Like there's this clarity that you've gotten. There's something about clarity. I feel like for a lot of this collective, or for someone in this collective, within the last 2 to 4 weeks, there has been something to do with like a shift in your vision, okay? And that can be literal too, but this is, the way that's coming through is more like your third eye, okay? And your ability to like see things. And I mean like patterns, okay? And there's something here about a love being rekindled, like a spark being brought back. And it's very important, like hope. Hope is very important. Like hope is what kept this ember alive and now has created a flame again. There's something here about someone, like you found your spark. But there's like a delay, right? Like it's almost like you keep feeling like things are trying to keep you down. But really, like, you're just moving through these dimensions. You're just moving through these states of being. I don't know, this is how it's coming up, but like you just keep moving through these experiences. Being, where are you at? Where'd that card go? Being this, clinging to, holding on securely to what you know. There's something that has served as an anchor for you. And you're really, you're ready to be free. Like, you're ready to be more carefree. You're ready to really just like bask in it all and like just release and be open. And there's something here about like a spiral staircase, the Kabbalah, sacred geometry, math. Your time is coming. Like, it's already here. It's just your external is shifting around, okay? I'm getting a visual of, what is that? I don't know if it's a game, but I'm getting a visual of like a scene changing, and almost like, I don't know, like a scene changing, and like the room itself being completely deconstructed, and then like new things being added in. So it's like, I don't know, defragmenting? I don't know, but that word's coming up. So maybe that resonates for somebody. There's something here about like, but what if I don't? But what if I don't? But what if I don't? It's okay to take time to rest, to grieve, to feel your emotions, but understand that this key, it's on the outside. Like, you're right here. It's just whenever you're ready, you can walk over, you can grab the key, you can go in, okay? But there's something about it. There's no rush. Like, there's no rush. There's no pressure. And like your safety internally, externally, like that's what's important. That's the focal point. There's sources wanting to connect with you so deeply, like sources wanting to there's something here about comforting you, and like you're not alone. Like when you're weeping, you've been acknowledged, like you've been felt, like you've been seen, you've been heard. I'm going to use, let's see. I'm going to pull out my Angel Numbers deck. Wow. So the card that immediately flew out, 644, struggle. Self-created stress is unhealthy. Your angels are asking you to get honest about how you contribute undue stress and conflict to your own life. They ask you to contemplate how struggle plays into your comfort zones. Notice where you are making life harder for yourself today. Even in the smallest moments, make a tiny change today so that a small struggle becomes obsolete. Communicate, speak your heart, say what you need to say. Your angels are encouraging you to communicate your wants, needs, and thoughts to the people around you who love you. Think of a change that could make a relationship in your life stronger. Tell the person you love about it in a way that they can hear. That's really important, and that's gonna stand out for somebody specific in this collective, but it's really important because a lot of times, like, we're so wounded that we speak in ways that we want people, like, that we would understand, right? In ways that make the most sense to us. And when we're trying to get something across, when we want someone to feel heard, when we want somebody to hear us, like, it is important to be able to communicate in a way that they can understand. And there's something here about people do that for you. 555, major change. Get your mindset right for what's to come. Your angels are alerting you to new energy coming your way. Change can be seen as a negative thing, but with the right mindset and the right alignment of your goals, it's actually your angel's way of readjusting your life to fit your desires. Life will look different when you get what you want. Take a shower or bath using water to purify your mind and body and promote your mental alignment with the great things that are on their way to you. There's something about keep the faith. Keep the faith. Because for someone in this collective, like, you've been, right? Like, you've been so, like, everything that you've done, like, it in this 6 to 8 to 12 months period has been leaps of faith. And you're being acknowledged for that. Whoa. So we have 300 and 600. What's on the back of the deck? So we have, oh, this is beautiful. 300 and 600. Divine connection and unconditional love. The mind, body, and spirit unite. Divas, if you've been watching my YouTube videos this week, the mind, body, and spirit has, like, kept coming up so much. So if that's resonated with you at any point, lock in. So your angels acknowledge that you have an intense connection to the divine right now. The unity of your mind, body, and spirit creates a conduit for spirit messages. Sit in meditation with your hands on your third eye chakra, the center of your forehead, right now. Repeat this mantra a few times until it begins to sink in. I trust in my abilities. And then 600, unconditional love. Family is everything. Not everyone who loves you is perfect, but the unconditional love they give you is. Your angels want you to focus on the unconditional loving bonds of family. If family is something you don't have, they want you to create it. Who have you taken for granted that you can connect with today? Reach out to a family member or a cherished friend on the phone. Send them a card or pay them a visit. I'm going to read 590, which is the other card that I pulled, Gather Strengths, and then we'll get into this. Focus on your talents. Literally what we have been talking about. Okay. Your angels encourage you to gather your strength. Did you hear that? Did that whistle on the camera? Anyways, your angels encourage you to gather your strengths. In the next chapter, you will need to focus on what you can do rather than what you cannot do. Reflect now upon a talent you have, no matter how small or inconsequential you may think it is. Talk about your talent out loud to yourself as if you were telling someone else. Do this until it feels natural. So for a lot of this collective, I literally looked down and it says, ask for help and honor your goals. Okay. It's time to take yourself seriously. Okay, let me pull one more with this tarot. Okay. So there's something about here about, like, ups and downs, like just not really knowing how to feel, not really sure what you're supposed to feel, how you should feel, whatever. There are some of you that, like, things may be, like, literally falling apart and you're just like, this is scary. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but you're not losing. Like, there's just something that, like, it cannot beat you down. Like, it cannot beat you down. You are just so ready to pivot. Diva. Going back to the beginning, invest in yourself. This is an investment. And also there's something here about, or there's something coming through about resources, and knowing that your time, your energy, your effort, like there's more resources than just like money. I feel like that's something that somebody's caught up on, but I'm holding your hand. I'm holding your hand, collective. There's so many things that, like, as I was doing this reading, that I was just like, I'm being clocked. So be steadfast, fortify your mindset. Hey, when it comes to your dreams, you got to go all in. When it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your life, you got to go all in. Gigi approves. Okay. I love you so much. Have a great rest of your day, your week, whenever, whatever. If you would like to book a personal private reading with me, I will leave my shop link down in the description. If you want just more like daily activities, I'll put my I'll put my TikTok link in the description as well. Other than that, see ya, divas. Have a great rest of your day.